Good. How have you been, sir?
I've been okay, a little hectic, but okay.
Okay.
Um, yeah,
You're fine.
yeah, doing a bunch of stuff, keeping busy, taking long walks.
That's good. That's good. I guess we are. I don't know how the whole virus thing and staying home and quarantine is going on in your end. I guess you guys are coming out from the other side of this right now, right? Your city is reopening little by little.
Yes, and probably a little too soon. Um, but we'll see. I'm still staying as quarantined as I was, 'cause
Yes.
I'm in a high risk group, and finally. Um, yeah, just staying as isolated as I can be without being a hermit.
Tell them about the curfew.
Yeah, apparently there's a curfew here tonight too, but I'm not going to go out anyway. So
Okay. Okay. But the curfew is related to what?
related to the demonstrations
Yeah.
concerning the Black Lives Matter um, protests of this whole police brutality thing that's going on.
Okay.
Years in the coming, I'm afraid.
I see. I
But
see.
yeah, as if we need something else
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
worry
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, we had enough to deal with before all of this. I want to talk about all. I've been asking artists how they have discovered music again. I don't know if the same is true for you, but in the last little while, 10 weeks or whatnot, we've had, especially performing artists, not having the opportunity to be at places to perform. And
Um,
maybe you're just sitting at home with your guitar. Has music resurfaced in a different way in your life?
well, it's actually increased because I wasn't doing a whole lot before this happened. I was just at the point before this the pandemic hit. I was just at a point where I was starting to go out more and book more gigs, and
Okay.
then when this happened. I had to cancel some
Yeah.
because of it, but I've actually been doing more performing since the quarantine than I did before for a while,
Yeah. The
which is
irony of
great.
that. Yeah.
That, and I'm working on building a voiceover business as well. So I keep really busy in my studio and with my guitar. I practice 30, 40 minutes a day, and I'm trying to. I have so many songs that I've forgotten.
Mhm.
Um, that haven't seen the light of day in a long time. So I'm trying to go back and relearn these things and make them fresh. I'm not really going to perform any of those tonight because I haven't actually achieved making them quite as fresh as I'd like them. But,
Okay. Okay.
but
Okay.
Is the camera okay?
yeah,
Yeah. He looks great.
Okay.
I am a fan of your storytelling and your music.
Thank you.
Again, it's just how do I say this? Um, how have you come into that genre of music? When you write, it's almost like you're telling a story. It's not just words plucked together. I see that theme run across your music, but I'm just interested to know how you developed that style and how you got there.
I was always a theater person.
Okay.
So I find that I'm drawn to telling character stories,
Uh-huh.
and sort of sometimes delving into different emotions, and the songs just sort of come to me. I'll catch a phrase, in my mind, and all of a sudden the story sort of builds itself around it.
Yeah.
I used to be in a group in Nashville. Big shout out to Will Hagen's folks, and we met once a week, and once a month we would decide on a title.
Okay.
And then 4 weeks later, whoever wanted to write that title would bring their debut their title at
Yeah.
at the last
Like
meeting of the
midnight
month.
was one?
Midnight was one of those.
Maybe
Actually,
tomorrow?
most of my songs from the previous 15 years of living there, were from that particular vehicle.
Okay.
And it really worked well for me.
Okay.
I kind of miss it. I mean, there's nothing stopping me from coming up with a title and then writing it, but it seemed to be better with a consensus of people and knowing that, everybody was going to be working on this.
Awesome.
Yeah.
No, it's just fascinating. I just wanted to get a bit of background on that. So again, like I say, there's never enough time to have extensive conversations with people here because I have to leave you to perform. But just one more question before I go, and when I come back at the end of your set, I'm going to talk with you a lot more. This is a personal question, and what has this period meant for you personally, with all this gone on in the world, and for people having to stay indoors and all of that? What have you learned about yourself as an individual that you didn't quite know until you were forced to not be out there and walk around and do all of that stuff?
Well, I have been kind of reclusive, so it hasn't really changed a whole lot for me.
Okay.
Except that I can't go to the store every day.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, it frightens me just to go to the store. When I do go to the store, we've been doing a lot of driving to pick up, outside the store. They bring your order to you, have it delivered. Been able to do a lot more walking because I don't have to do my work anymore because I was a rideshare driver, and I can't do that being in a high-risk group, being that close to the public. So that's changed, which freed up a lot of time for me to work on my music and to work on my voiceover and to do things around the house and around the yard with my wife. I know she's going, "What, you do things?" First week or two.
Okay. I just love that she's behind there and she's running. It's great that I can hear her voice and all of that. So for everybody who's just joining in, this is Alan Oatley out of North Carolina, and we're very excited to have you here today. I can see your shirt, though. You're representing Nashville on there. So
this is my Pickin' Nashville shirt, my American Picker shirt.
Okay. All right, Alan, I am very grateful. Thank you for your time. I'm going to see you at the end of the show, but have a blast, and thank you for coming on.
Thank you, and thanks for doing this. I really appreciate it.
No problem, sir. Take care. I'll see you in a bit.
Thanks. Well, hello, everyone. I'm going to start out with three pieces that are on my my EP called "This Is Not an Apology." And this first one is kind of a song about people who, like lepers, don't change their spots. It's called "I Did Too." You thought that love was the thing you should give to a heart that needed love to return. And you thought that I was the one you could teach, like giving love was a thing I could learn. Well, I did too. I did too. You thought my wild ways could all be adjusted. Thought I could be taught to be true. And when you thought that I could be trusted, it's gonna sound like a lie, but it's true. I did too. I did too. And I thought that I could just handle one small shot of whiskey, but one led to a few. And I found myself in a bed with a stranger, and I was telling her all about you. I said that I had to work late tonight, though that's something that I never do. And I saw that you saw the guilt in my eyes. How could I have been such a fool? Oh no, how could I have been such a fool? And I know that I've only got one last toss of the dice, so I'm rolling the truth. And if there's a small chance left that you would stay with me, there's nothing else left to do. 'Cause you thought that love was the thing you should give to a heart that needed love to return. And you thought that I was the one you could reach, as if by reaching with love I would learn. Well, I did too. I did too. I did too. Yes, I did. I did. I did. I did. Thanks. I got some hearts. Okay, the next one is a pretty popular one that when I play it. So anybody who's out there that knows the chorus, go ahead and sing along. Your there, just you know, grab your wife or husband. And anyway, it's a song called Midnight. You can take a drink now. I said song. And it's a retelling of a fairy tale that everybody knows, I'm sure. I am the coachman, and the carriage I steer. It once was a pumpkin, grown crystalline clear. And I was a rat, now I'm suddenly here. With this handlebar mustache and a feeling of pride, to be driving Miss Ella to the ball. Her godmother warns her of the spell that she weaves, that turned mice into horses and a rat into me, and our beautiful Ella like a princess to be. But this magic won't last, so be aware of the time, because midnight unravels it all. Midnight, midnight, midnight unravels it all. Midnight, midnight, midnight unravels it all. So I drive to the castle where she's escorted inside, and I wait with the others who will wait through the night. And I catch a glimpse of her as she's dancing outside. In the arms of the prince, she is lost in his eyes, wishing time could stand still at the ball. Knowing midnight, midnight, midnight unravels it all. Midnight, midnight, midnight unravels it all. And the clock strikes 3 times. Does she realize midnight has come? 4, 5, 6 chimes, and I see her panic and run. 7, 8, 9, 10 times, her glass slipper remains on the stair. 11, 12, and it's time that midnight unravel us there. cruel midnight unravels us. So we scurry off till we're all out of sight, and we make our way home through the darkest of mornings. I'll always remember what she said as she cried, how she'd never regret, that she'll never forget, when she danced with the prince at the ball. Until midnight, midnight, midnight unraveled it all. Midnight, midnight, midnight unraveled it all. Now I'm sure you all know how this storyline bends, how that slipper will find her and all happily ends. And though I'm just a rat, I can remember when I had that handlebar mustache. I can still feel the pride, having driven Princess Ella to the ball. That is midnight. This third one from the EP is called Do As You Please. And it was originally written, my son went to school about 5 hours from where we lived. And every time he would drive back to school, I would sort of follow along on the map. And I started thinking about him, and I started writing this song. And it sort of took a romantic turn, so I let it go that way. Anyway, this is Do As You Please. Spent my whole life watching you, just waiting in the wings to hear my cue. And then I'll sing the words I've written just for you to hear. You make my life worth being used. You give me reason, keep me unconfused. I dedicate myself to having you. Do as you please. See that smile on your face, to know that you believe this is the place where you are who you want to be when you want to be near. And when I hold you in my arms, I know that it's because you're letting me discover yet another way that you do as you please. And if my heart's a slave to you, I willingly concede, 'cause I'll do anything, it's true, to see that you stay free. And if that means that I should know to take a few steps back or let you go, you will never need excuses to feel the way you feel. You make my life worth being used. You give me reason, keep me unconfused. I dedicate myself to having you. Do as you please. And that my heart's a slave to you, I willingly concede. 'Cause I'd do anything, it's true, to see that you stay free. And if that means that I should go, I'll take a few steps back and let you know you will never need excuses. There will be no tears. You make my life worth being used. You give me reason, keep me unconfused. I dedicate myself to having you. Do as you please. Do as you please. Do as you please. Thanks. Okay. This one is, somebody asked me, they knew that I had a son. They asked me when he was young if I wrote lullabies. And truthfully, I didn't. I wrote one, but it never really flushed out all the way. And he was 23 by this time. So I wrote my son his first lullaby when he was 23. And I call it Lullaby, oddly enough. Little boy, my baby boy, I know you'll grow up. Right before my eyes will see it's true. So, little boy, my baby boy, I think I'll stay and sit beside your bed tonight and sing. I'll sing you the ocean waves and rock you to sleep as I play all the peaceful things I am hoping you will dream tonight. And little boy, my baby boy, I want you to know I will sit right here anytime you need. I'll sing clouds of bright colored balloons and blue skies drifting free on a breeze whispered harmony that I hope will fill your dreams tonight. And little boy, my baby boy, I want you to know I will sit right here anytime you need me to. I will sit right here anytime you need. Okay. What? Oh. This is, actually, this is a love song. It was actually the first love song I wrote when I re-met my wife. My present wife, anyway. Not my future wife. That hasn't happened yet. Anyway, it's called I Followed My Heart. I followed my heart toward love, but it was always a heartbeat ahead of my brain. Ahead of my brain. I see what I mean? I needed to go, I know, 'cause it drove me completely insane. I followed my heart toward love, but I was always dragging my feet just the same. 'Cause I wanted to stay, but playing it safe kept me out of the game. So I followed my love from my dreams, and that never took me to the places I thought it would lead. till I was following my love for my dreams, and it led me the long way back here to the start, where I followed my heart toward love. Followed my heart toward love, but it was always a stumble, a fall, a skinned knee. I'd pick myself up and brush off the scrapes and the cuts I could see. I followed my heart toward love, but it was always an arm's length or two out of reach. And I never knew that you were the one, love, and waiting for me. When I followed my love for my dreams, and that never took me to the places I swore it would lead. Till I was following my love for my dreams, and it led me the long way back here to the start, where I followed my heart toward love. So I followed my love for my dreams, and that never took me to the places I hoped it would lead. Till I was following my love for my dreams, and it led me the long way back here to the start, where I followed my heart toward love. It led me the long way back here to the start, where I followed my heart toward love. Must take drink.
I made a comment about the bird.
Oh. That's my chorus. Okay, this next one started out as a haiku, and I don't really remember the haiku anymore. It is now, it has been an instrumental, and it's called A Candle Lit. And I usually play this one and then the next one right afterwards. So I'm not going to introduce the next one. I might talk about it later afterwards. But anyway, this is A Candle Lit.
I'm going to shut the door.
I like the birds. Anybody not like the birds? Is there somebody out there who doesn't like birds? Anyway. The other day I met a girl I think I've seen before. Maybe it was somewhere where she was walking out as I was walking in the door. I said, hello, I think I've seen you somewhere, but I just don't know for sure. And I took a chance and asked her to dance the Do I Know You polka.
Have you ever lived in College Hill? I used to go to school there, and maybe you remember, oh, what's his name? He was always such a fool. You say you weren't there, and I couldn't swear that I am not confusing you with someone else I glanced at. We keep on dancing this Do I Know You polka. And it's round and round and round we spin until we're back here where this dance begins. And then it's round and round and round we turn until we've learned everything we care to learn. And so I tell you stories from my life, and you tell me some from yours. There are no ties, all the time flies. And with every story told, we're both just wanting to hear more. More and more and more. And it's round and round and round we spin until we're back here where this dance begins. And now it's round and round and round we still turn, 'cause we will never learn everything we care to learn. So son, if you ever meet a girl you think you might have seen before, maybe it was somewhere where you were walking in and she was walking out the door, just say hello. I think I've seen you somewhere, but I just don't know for sure. And then take a chance and ask her to dance the Do I Know You polka. And it's round and round and round we will spin until you're back here where this dance begins.
That was the Do I Know You polka. I have no idea where that came from. I just wanted to write a polka one day, and the story just grew somehow off of the round and round and round thing. Have you noticed whether Bill?
He's not.
He's not. Okay. Well, then I won't play that one. This next one. It's a song. Oh no! drink me hearties. It's called "This Must Be Heaven."
This must be heaven, this must be heaven, 'cause God has sent me an angel, it's true. This must be heaven, this must be heaven, 'cause God has sent me an angel like you, an angel like you. Well, I have walked this street every day in my life. I've seen the pavement beneath my feet. I've seen my empty hands and my empty heart. I've only dreamed what this could be. Like I never dreamed that this would be. Oops. This must be heaven. This must be heaven. God has sent me an angel, it's true. This must be heaven. This must be heaven. 'Cause God has sent me an angel like you, an angel like you. And now it seems I live in a paradise that yesterday was a living hell. And when I hold your hand and you touch my mind, I know God must be trying to tell me, 'cause I can see his love for me in your eyes. I can see his love for me in your eyes. I can see God's love in your eyes. Well, this must be heaven, this must be heaven, 'cause God has sent me an angel. It's true, this must be heaven, this must be heaven, 'cause God has sent me an angel like you, an angel like you. He sent an angel like you. God sent an angel like you. He sent an angel like, 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 he sent an angel like you.
So, what's the time getting to be? What you got?
7:34.
7:34. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this up with this one. Over the last couple of years, I've lost some friends, and it seemed like the only songs I was writing were basically eulogies for these friends. And I lost two together in a short period of time, and I swore that the song that I wrote was going to be the last song I wrote. So I wanted to include everybody who has ever been a friend that I've lost during my entire life. And that's why it took me a year to write, because I couldn't figure out how to get all those names in. And I finally figured out how to handle that. Anyway, this is a song that was inspired by everybody I love, but in particular, a friend named Anita Brem, who was like my surrogate mother at college. And we kept in touch all through the years. And she passed away a couple of years ago. Anyway, this is called I Wrote It For You, because I did. I just don't want to write another one for an old dear friend who's dead and gone, with regret for the things never said, or the time we let slip by for too very long. She was always the one who would help me sort out all the things that I'd need to decide about. And if she was still here, she'd make it clear death is not what she'd think I should write about. So this is a song for the living, for all the people I'll never forget. I want you to know, long before we go, I'd be different if we never met. This is a song of forgiving all the things you might think you have done. And I beg you the same for the things I'm to blame for that kept us from speaking our truth. So if you're hearing this song for the living, I wrote it for you. I intended to mention them all by their deeds and their fame, but the scope of this song is too small for a eulogy to include all the names of the friends who have passed on without a song. And I didn't want to leave out a single one, not that it makes a difference to them or a difference to, well, just about anyone.
But it does me some good to think this might be heard by the ghosts who are living yet won't say a word. So let's all raise a toast and take a bow. We're the ones who have made it to here and now. And here is a song for the living, for all the friends I will never forget. I want you to know, long before we go, I'd be different if we never met. And here is a song of forgiving all the things you might think you have done. And I beg you the same for the things I'm to blame for that kept my heart hidden from view. So if you're hearing this song for the living, I wrote it for you. If you're hearing my song for the living, I wrote it for you.
Thank you for being here and giving me the opportunity to share my music with you. And I hope to be back sometime. And everybody, before Mike comes back on, just be safe, keep calm, and love one another, because that's what it's going to take. Okay, where's Mike? Mike. Oh, he should be requesting on here, honey.
I don't see him.
No.
Yes, he is.
Are you there?
I'm adding him. Awesome, Alan. We love you. You too. Be safe. Love, love, love. There he is.
Yes.
There he is.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Alan, how are you?
I'm good.
Well, you sounded good. You played really well. I think the last song you played
Yes.
yeah, it's a heavy one. I have a line from here that I may not have gotten all the words correctly because I was just trying to write them down as quick as you were singing it, but there's a place you say, I want you to know before we go, I'd be different if we never met. I just felt that was really, really, it's just meaningful and profound and heavy and deep, and how people we meet and people we get to love in our journeys here, how they influence our lives and how they shape the people we become and the people we remain. So
always need to appreciate everyone who is in your life.
Yes.
You do.
Yes. And I just think the song is so timely. It's so, even with all that's going on right now, it's a very timely song. So thank you for ending on that note, Alan. It was a great show tonight. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I enjoyed myself, even when my fingers didn't know where to go.
No, but I was also going to ask you about the guitar. I have seen that before, but you have more frets on your board. It's more like I haven't seen I've seen not a lot of times, but on your board, the frets on your board are a lot, like 20. Are those 24?
I haven't counted them, but here's the difference. The frets are the same, except that this is cut away.
Oh, okay.
So you can get up higher to them. Not that I utilize that very much.
Okay.
But when I was looking for a guitar, I wanted that because there was one song in particular that I don't really play anymore. That I was kind of up there, and it was kind of awkward trying to do that. Original guitar.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a standard classical guitar with a cutaway.
Okay.
And I like it.
No, that's good. It sounds really good. I just want to thank you again. Thanks for coming on. I'm gonna have your videos posted. Actually, you're gonna post them when we're done. So you just post it to live, but I'm gonna have them cut up individual songs, and they're gonna be up on our IGTV. I'm also gonna have a YouTube link for you. Yeah, but thank you to everyone. Thank you to your wife who's been supportive tonight, and also thank you to the birds as well. They added a bit of melody.
I'm just glad the chickens didn't start squawking.
Okay, thank you so much for coming out tonight. I want to say thank you to everybody who's shown up. We appreciate you. We appreciate Alan. We'll keep talking. Take care and have a great night.
Thank you. You too.